Hey guys, so I had a live earlier today. Yeah, I thought it was to take a break, but I kind of took a break from work and did a live. It's 2 hours. I'm gonna try to post it up on TikTok. There's some highlights on there. But one thing I discussed was that whole camel soups thing. So apparently, camel soup, and I didn't realize this. The incident is that gentleman who said all these things, racist things, went after the product itself, calling it bioengineered chicken from a third party. I wouldn't buy it. Poor, it was ridiculous. So he was recorded by an employee because he had a meeting with him. So the employee did the right thing. Worked for a big company. And someone says something like that, we have an open door policy, and you go right to the bosses and report this guy. For some reason, something went sideways with Campbell Soup, Campbell's, and instead of going after the vice president of IT. Now, understand this: this guy was not involved in marketing. Well, he's involved in marketing, it's IT, but he wasn't involved in actual operations of making product, soup product. By the way, dude, they own a lot of other things just in soup. But I digress. He was the vice president of IT, which is just basically keeping the computers running. That's his job. Okay, so he's telling his employees why he told his employee this rant about poor people and dissing the company that pays his salary. I have no idea. Well, the employee did the right thing because he said some pretty racist things, and he turned him into HR. And for some reason, because when you do that, there's going to be some investigations. I know my company, and especially if you have some kind of recording or something, and you report someone like that, there's going to be consequences. Not for you, but for the person, because it's supposed to have an open door policy. Well, apparently, Campbell's decided they're going to fire the employee who turned him in. Now, this was a year ago. So he filed suit for basically unlawful termination. And because for some reason, someone in the Campbell's higher up decided in order to protect their phony baloney jobs, they were going to protect this piece of shit IT vice president. Well, as we all know, that got out in courts, and it's out there. Campbell's was founded in 1860. Nothing like destroying a company that's been around over 100 years, 150 years, with the voice of someone who does not even produce the product or is in charge of producing the product. He's in charge of computers. So, I thought they would have fired that guy. They fired him today. They fired him today, and they're trying to do damage control. No, you should have fired him a fucking year ago. You should have forced him to resign. Not even brought it up. So told the employee, we'll handle this. Told the guy, we heard what happened. You need to tender your resignation. But they didn't. Now they're paying the price. There is no coming back from this. This man put you on blast, and you did the wrong thing by not firing him a year ago. Someone else needs to get fired in the HR department, or the vice president above that who made that decision to fire the employee instead of the vice president. You see, you guys really do make a good product. I use it. Everyone uses it. Okay? The reason people are turning on it because you let a man in your hierarchy disparage your product and disparage those who sell it, because you have been selling to poor people and middle class for centuries. Tomato soup, grilled cheese, Campbell's tomato soup. You've been selling that for century, and you let this asshole ruin it. Sorry, Campbell's, you screwed up. I don't know if you come back from this.